Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at manually unlocked night mode in Medieval Engineers. So on the first day that I got my hands on Medieval Engineers, I actually went snooping around the files and to see what I could find. And actually I realised that I could kind of make Medieval Engineers, force it into this night mode. Now the version that I've created here looks quite different to the version we saw in the announcement trailer, so I'd expect that when the devs release it properly, it will look better than this and not as weird. It's very stylistic at the moment in the sense that the shadows are very, very dark. Like when you get close to buildings, they're like silhouettes. So it's not very practical, but I think it just looks really cool. And the fog is just like, yeah, it just creates so much effect and atmosphere to the scene. So yeah, that's what today's video is about. Just a short one. But here we go, outside the castle on the ground, in third person. As you can see, to the sky, my character's pitch black, and as I walk towards this castle, it just gets darker and darker. So this is what happened when I changed the position of the sun, and as you can see, it looks more like a sunrise or a sunset, and the shadows are bigger, which looks pretty cool. This is changing the Skybox to Space Engineers Skybox, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. Now this is the Skybox which I found hidden in the folders, but the sun is still there, so it's a bit odd. And then finally, when I remove the sun completely, this is the effect I got. So yeah, it's very cool in the forest, very kind of creepy almost. So this is another castle. This is by Spectre Cody, and it's an awesome castle. Definitely check it out in the workshop. And I just thought this would be a really cool one to show off again how the night and the fog can create this kind of atmosphere. I mean, I can't wait to see what other weather we may get in Medieval Engineers. Rain and snow, that could be really cool. But who knows? So this is just in one of the buildings inside his his settlement, and as you can see, again, very, very dark inside. I mean, I think depending on your monitor, this might be like pitch black. So yeah, as you're just walking around, this is kind of showing that this isn't really practical. Again, it is mainly just kind of a stylistic. It's quite cool for taking screenshots or maybe some film. But for actually playing the game properly, it's very weird. Yeah, fire doesn't emit light properly. And just going out to this balcony bit here, you can see how dark the building gets. It's now pitch black. I can't even see my character. Pretty crazy. So this is just going off into the forest. And depending on the direction you look, sometimes the sky appears brighter, it seems. Yeah, but I just think this looks great. With the fog change, the further things away, the more foggy it looks. It'll be really interesting to see how they properly implement it, because this doesn't look like the way they did it on the trailer. That, you know, the shadows were much better. Now, I know a fair bit about the files and how the game works, but I don't know enough to... I've tried to tinker with it and tried to get it to look right, but I haven't been able to so far. I just think that the shadows need to be not as dark, because at the moment it appears that the closer you get to an area or a building, the darker it gets, which is a little weird. But ultimately, I wouldn't really worry about it, because I think that the night mode that we'll get in the official game, when we eventually get it, will be more similar to the official trailer, which makes sense. But I can't seem to replicate that on my own. So finally, here's something a little different. This is another map, and this is just trying to show you how the weather and the time of day could have an effect on the atmosphere of a battle. Now, I'm sure many of you recognise this map. This is, of course, Helm's Deep, and this particular map has been on the top of the workshop, Steam Workshop, for a couple of weeks now. And this is a map done by Timotheus. It's pretty cool, and I think that with these torches and stuff on the walls and overlooking the battleground with the fog and the night, just looks amazing with the trees in the background. Really, really cool effect. But again, here you can see how my lack of knowledge of the game's shadows and how they work causes these buildings to be very, very dark the closer you get. From a distance though, it looks pretty good. And here of course you can see the famous culvert, which gets blown up by the Uruk-hai. And this is just some barbarians on the backdrop, which again are just silhouettes. I'd say it's kind of a piece of art. You could probably create some pretty cool pictures of this. There they are, just smashing away at the walls. Yeah, they're not exactly 10,000 strong, but yeah, they're doing some damage there. Well, I think that's everything for today's short video. So if you would like to leave me some comments below on what your hopes and dreams are for night mode and weather and medieval engineers, then go ahead. But for now, I will see you next time.